Does Trump's homelessness order make it illegal to be homeless in America? You decide. Back on July 24th, 2025, the Trump signed Executive Order 14321, entitled Ending Crime and Disorder on America's Streets. This executive order, or EO, aims to do quite a few things, such as punishment through policing and institutionalizing the homeless. This EO also criminalizes harm reduction services. These are programs that aim to reduce the harm associated with rising drug usage amongst the homeless through public health intervention programs. This EO also pressures state and local governments, nonprofits, and other service providers into using costly and punitive methods instead of proven strategies to end homelessness. And these proven strategies are commonly known as Housing First programs. Now, let's delve into 5 areas of this EO. 1. This EO promotes police enforcement of laws. Now, this part has historic roots in post-Civil War Black Code laws. These laws, they were enacted to limit the rights of the newly freed slaves. Under then President Andrew Johnson, these oppressive laws, again known as Black Codes, the way they worked, African Americans, they had to go back and work for white employers, much like slavery. How you say, you ask? Let me tell you. These laws became known as vagrancy laws. And remember that because it's going to come back. Every adult, African American, male and female, they had to sign a 1-year contract with white employers. If they did not sign this contract, they were labeled vagrant. And then they were fined, had to pay a fine. If you couldn't pay the fine, guess what happened? You were auctioned off. Slaves were auctioned off too, don't forget that. But you were auctioned off. White employers came into the auction, and if they won, they paid your fine. Now, you're not free, because now you have to go work for that white employer to pay off what they paid for you. So you're back in slavery again. Now, today, this executive order, it urges increasing federal funds to municipalities that enforce prohibiting urban camping, loitering, and urban squatting. That's the disguise or whatever, distraction, however you want to call it, of fighting, here it comes, vagrancy. So I guess that's how they're making America great again. Yeah, that's just my opinion. What do you think? Now, number 2 under this executive order, it invites states to request federal law enforcement assistance from the AG for encampment removal efforts that, it's going to displace the homeless. So where are they going to go if states do that? You let me know. What do you think? Where are they going to go? Where are the homeless going to go? 3. This EO threatens federal criminal prosecution of programs that offer that harm reduction services we talked about earlier. Threatens federal criminal prosecution. 4. This EO encourages institutionalizing the homeless by, encouraging state and local government to civilly, that's in air quotes, to civilly commit the homeless and force them into treatment. Another way to detain people against their will. And who's going to pay for all of this treatment? That's right, you and I, the American taxpayer. And where's this money coming from? Because I thought that big, beautiful tax bill was going to save us money. Well, the money saved there from federal government, it's going to be taken back and then some from the state if they start committing all these homeless people. Because again, the state's got to raise your property taxes, your sales tax, if you have that in your state, and any other tax they can think of. Now, number 5, this EO directs agencies to focus funding It directs federal agencies to focus funding on programs that promote 47's punitive priorities and also ending Housing First programs. Again, those Housing First programs, that's, medical and mental health programs, etc. And they have been shown to improve the outcomes of the homeless who go through those programs. But they want to get rid of those. Now, this executive order does not create, amend, or change existing laws, because an executive order cannot change such things like that. And this particular executive order cannot change how state and local governments address the homeless. Now, 47 can threaten to limit federal funding under this executive order. And isn't that a common tactic for him? That's in my opinion. What do you think? Now, the federal government cannot direct local or state government. And, we know that, right? But is your local or state government going to fall in line? Are they going to capitulate, like Kamala Harris said in her interview? Now, the federal government, it does grant, money for programs for the homeless with Congress's approval, right? So what is Congress going to do? Are they going to, here's the word again, capitulate to 47's bidding, as they've been doing? And capitulate, in case you don't know, is you just go along with it. Whatever they ask, you do it. Now, here's some lies in this executive order. This executive order says that 66% of the homeless use hard drugs. Well, according to a 2022 Housing and Urban Development, or HUD, data, that number's only 16%. So the executive order said 66%, HUD said 16%. This executive order also said that a large amount of the homeless, they have mental health issues. They didn't give a figure though, fudging without figures. The same 2022 HUD data says only 21%, or a little over 1 in 5 of the homeless have mental health issues. Heck, majority of people I work with got mental health issues. I'm pretty sure it's higher than 1 in 5. They're not homeless. What do you all think about that? And let's also talk about the realities. Because back in 2023, just 2 years ago, and it's still today, there's not enough safe and affordable housing situations out there for people. Especially if you are making minimum wage, you can't find an affordable house or apartment. In fact, as of 2023, there were 7.1 million rental home shortages in America. 7.1 million. Okay. And housing discrimination is still a persistent problem. Data taken from October 1st, 2023 to September 1st of 2024 shows that over 8,000 complaints of housing discrimination were made. And these cases were based on race, disability, sex, religion, or other protected classes. This data also shows that housing providers discriminated against those who were on government assistance or had a criminal background. So, I started out asking you the question, does this executive order, Trump's order on homelessness, does it make it illegal to be homeless in America? You decide. Leave a comment and let me know what you think. Again, I'm going to remind you, blackout the system, September 16th through the 20th, 2025. I'm also going to remind you, keep your eyes on the prize. The prize is the White House and democracy in America. If you like this video or if you learned something, please hit that follow button. That helps me out immensely. And as always, thank you for watching and have a great day.